Week 37, Day 2, Morning Nourishment. Revelation 4:5. There were 7 lamps of fire burning before the throne, which are the 7 spirits of God. 5:6. And I saw in the midst of the throne and of the 4 living creatures, and in the midst of the elders, a lamb standing as having just been slain, having 7 horns and 7 eyes, which are the 7 spirits of God sent forth into all the earth. The lampstand implies the significance of the triune God. Gold is the substance with which the lampstand is made. The stand is the embodiment of the gold, and the lamps are the expression of the stand. The gold signifies the Father as the substance, the stand signifies the Son as the embodiment of the Father, and the lamps signify the Spirit as the expression of the Father in the Son. Today's reading. Substantially, the lampstand is 1, but expressively it is 7 because it is 1 lampstand with 7 lamps. In substance, the lampstand is 1 piece of gold, but it holds 7 lamps. This mysteriously indicates that substantially the triune God is 1. In substance, he is 1, but in expression, he is the 7 spirits. The Father as the substance is embodied in the Son as the form, and the Son is expressed as the 7 spirits. The 7 lamps are first mentioned in Exodus. As we proceed from Exodus to Zechariah, we see that the 7 lamps are the 7 eyes of Christ and the 7 eyes of God. In Revelation, we see that the 7 eyes of the Lamb are the 7 eyes that are the intensified Spirit of God. Hence, we have a strong basis for saying that the 7 lamps are the 7-fold intensified Spirit as the expression of Christ. The lampstand implies the significance of the triune God. It symbolizes the triune God embodied and expressed. God the Father, as the divine gold, is embodied in Christ the Son, and then is fully expressed through the Spirit. The embodiment must be uniquely 1, because our God is uniquely 1. Thus, the embodiment must be 1 stand. The expression, however, must be complete, and complete in God's move. 7 is the number for completion in God's move. Throughout the centuries, God has been expressed in his move. This is the reason that the 7 lamps signify the intensified Spirit as the expression of Christ in God's complete move. This is the practical understanding of the Trinity. The Trinity is for the dispensing of God into humanity. God, the divine being, is first embodied in Christ and then expressed through the 7-fold intensified Spirit. The gold has been formed into a stand for the fulfillment of God's purpose. This stand, which is a type of Christ, is expressed through the 7 lamps signifying the 7 spirits of God. The 7 spirits of God are not separate from God. They are the 7 eyes of God and of the Lamb, the Redeemer. They are also the 7 eyes of the building stone. Hence, they are the 7 eyes with the redemption of Christ for God's building. Whenever these eyes look at people, they are redeemed and built into God's house. This is the Trinity. To have only the Father without the Son is to have the substance without the embodiment. Only when the gold is beaten into the form of a stand do we have the embodiment. While the stand is the embodiment of the substance, without the 7 lamps, this embodiment cannot have its expression. Hence, the substance is the Father, the embodiment is the Son, and the expression is the Spirit, expressing God the Father in the Son. The church is the embodiment of Christ and the reproduction of the Spirit. The Spirit is the reality of Christ, and the church is the reproduction of the Spirit. The church with the Spirit is the embodiment of Christ, the testimony of Jesus. Therefore, the more Spirit, the more church, and the more testimony of Jesus.